Buongiorno from Sicily. We're going to go to Carnivale in Acireale to see the floats, the fun, the costumes in just a little bit. But first, we have an update on Cyclone Harry and the Niscemi landslide that's affecting many people in the province of Caltanissetta. Over 1,500 people are still displaced. And now the federal government has promised 1.1 billion euros to be distributed among the 3 regions affected by Cyclone Harry, including Calabria, Sardinia, and also Sicily.
So basically, if you do your math, that's about, I don't know what, 300 million euro to clean up the island. Basically, it's like, back in Lawrence, we'd say chump change, 300 million euro, come on. But it's something, that's what I wanted to say. It's something, Esther, right? And the other thing is, this past Monday, Maloney did come on a flyover to Niscemi.
Her second one.
The second one, it was unannounced, and now she's presenting to the ministry, the Chamber of Ministers up there, another bill specifically for Niscemi. I believe it's 150 million euro to fortify, number one, fortify where the landslide is. That's huge. That's number one. Number two, to use the existing structures that are not lived in for the 1,500 people and rehab them. That's number two. And number three, to prevent people from leaving by giving them X amount of money to pay for rents until things are stabilized there. Now that's what I'm talking about, but the money's not there yet.
Okay, so that's why we have our fundraiser, the Cyclone Harry Relief Fund, and we've had such generous people donating money, and we've been able to distribute to the areas most affected, which are the province of Messina and the province of Catania. In fact, in the province of Catania, outside of Acireale, in places like Stazzo and Santa Tecla, the video you're looking at is video really the day after the destruction. They've been going back. We're about a month out from the cyclone, and they're still cleaning up that place. It's almost like a bulldozer went through that lungomare and destroyed everything. So there's a lot of work that still needs to be done.
You know, the other province that we were obviously helping too is the province of Siracusa, because from Siracusa down to Mazzamemi and Pechino, they had damages as well. What the Sicilian project is doing is we're now sending out 5,000 euro a week until our money runs out. Okay, we're hoping it doesn't run out, but until our money runs out, and we are equally dispersing it among areas from the 3, which we've been doing a pretty good job in my view.
And one of the things that they've been telling us they're using the money is, for instance, outside of Acireale, in the towns I mentioned, Stazzo and Santa Tecla, people cannot live in those homes, so they've been paying for B&Bs. In fact, the Archbishop had told us that that money will go directly to help families that have been displaced. So believe me, that money is going to a good place. Now, speaking of Acireale, also during the same time, we have Carnivale. Carnivale is an event that happens every year here in Sicily leading up to Fat Tuesday. And we were able to go on Fat Tuesday to see some of the floats, the masks. And really, there's some sort of energy there that was really, really great.
Here's the dichotomy that I see with Acireale, one of my favorite towns. It's a beautiful Baroque town, okay? It's not too far away from us. You've got 20,000, you had 20,000 to 30,000 people there every day in costumes, having a wonderful time. Yet, in another part of Acireale, in the boroughs down by the sea, they were wiped out. So the dichotomy is very similar to Easter. We have the forces of light versus the forces of darkness in one town. It's amazing to me to observe the resilience of the people in that town.
And you know, the mayor is doing such a great job tossing between going to the cleanup to then going to the Carnivale and making sure that that very important economic boost comes into the city, for sure. Now, in the past, you didn't have to pay for tickets. Now, in the past few years, in order for them to put this show on, they have to have a paid admission. Now, I got to go upstairs to the comune, the town hall, and talk to the organizer of the whole event. So anyway, let's go to Acireale, take a look at some of the scenes. And this is the view from the mayor's office. What a beautiful day, and wait an hour and it's going to be packed.
Il tema per noi è il grande divertimento, vengono portati in piazza diversi argomenti, diversi temi, uno per ogni carro, ma sono differenti, tutti comunque con un soggetto valido, un messaggio validissimo e tanta allegoria, perché si unisce l'utile al dilettevole.
E si unisce piccole e grandi, famiglia e tutti.
Sì, perché c'è un po' di tutto per tutti, dalle fiabe alla politica, ai grandi personaggi, al calcio, allo sport, a tutto quello che si vuole.
E perché Carnivale è molto importante per la città di Acireale?
Allora, in Italia il Carnevale di Acireale è tra i primi, è il terzo carnevale d'Italia, dopo Venezia e Viareggio, ed è molto importante, è cresciuto. Prima era il più bel carnevale di Sicilia, adesso da qualche anno su graduatorie che sono state fatte da grandi quotidiani come il Sole 24 Ore, risulta ai primi posti tra i carnevali d'Italia.
Bello! E quante persone viene in queste 2 settimane?
E quante persone vi partecipano? Ma diciamo oltre 100.000 sicuramente.
Quasi a Sanagata, quasi grande come Sanagata, che bello! C'è un messaggio per americani, canadesi, tutti di questo carnevale?
C'è un messaggio, certo. Vi invitiamo per il prossimo carnevale, magari attraverso il vostro canale, vi faremo sapere che siamo alla fine di febbraio sempre, con il Carnevale 2027, ma se lo volete, in estate, la prima settimana del mese di agosto, ci sarà il Carnevale estivo, che è una retrospettiva, riportiamo i carri in piazza e li facciamo esibire.
So you can enjoy it 2 times a year. Grazie mille.
Grazie a voi.
And let's see, this is the view here. Now I'm being escorted out with the sicurezza security here from Town Hall.
Ok.
So, come chiama il nostro canale?
YouTube. Ah, you, me, and Sicily.
I think we have some new fans. All the mayors of Acireale going back over the years. 1867, 1864, and there you go.
Del papà Cavillo Arnizione che ha creato questa nel periodo baresimo.
We are only at 6 o'clock. Going popcorn, and cotton candy. The calm before the big party. We came here in perfect time. It's 3 o'clock and it's supposed to start at 3:30. So great. Ooh, look at the kids. These majorettes came from Randazzo and they're so excited. You can just feel they're so ready to get going and to perform. Vincent. I love the theme of this one. Don't dirty the ocean. Keep the plastics out there. The show must go on. This is the third match.
Salvatore Longo, un omaggio potente e visionario a Fred Mercury, icona di libertà.
There you go, Fred Mercury has arrived.
Soprattutto anche per
Even Elon Musk has made it to the Carnivale in Acireale. Imagine that. Now that's funny. From star to star. Emmanuel Barbagallo. SpaceX. And of course, money. These are the little ones, the little carts. Specchio, specchio, mirror, mirror, who am I? They're just so excited. Ooh, and now the band is starting.
I Tavigliari Band e le Majorette città di Randazzo che salutiamo, sono già pronte e schierate per regalarsi.
Now look at these guys over here. Boy.
I swipe shot.
E tu?
Anch'io.
Their personalities from a film. Look, these are the chiacchiere only available for Carnivale. Buono! Here they have the mass and all types of sweets for this period, right before Fat Tuesday, Martedì Grasso. Everywhere you go. Chiacchiere. And these are like chocolate bombs.
società che dà valore molto spesso potente e celebrativo agli 80 anni di 3 metri.
Is that another Musk? Yeah, there's Tesla.
L'iconica dei qui che racconta le
Verso le infinite e le oltre. After the rain and wind and storms of the last few days, this is very much of a welcome blue sky. All right, we need one of these maps. Or maybe not these. Maybe one of those. Ooh, these are nice. Now, just like with the Festival of Sanagata that we brought you a couple of weeks ago, and all festivals really here in Sicily, what's so beautiful for me to see is that people come out all ages, all backgrounds, and they really stand around and admire the floats. The kids were so adorable. So, as you said, Alfred, it is such an uplifting event happening shortly after a disaster that hit Acireale.
Acireale obviously is on our East Coast trip. We always stop there to see the cathedral, the Duomo, the Church of San Sebastiano or St. Peter and St. Paul. The churches are great. It's one of the finest examples of Baroque architecture in Sicily since the earthquake in the 17th century. I love that place.
And it's on our October tour.
And
it's
it's on
our May tour, our October tour of Sicily. So check that out, www.youmeandsicily.com. All of our tours are up there, but you're right. Acireale is a beautiful, breathtaking, I want to say, Baroque town that is right at the foothills of Mount Etna. You have that beautiful Belvedere. There's just a lot of shops and restaurants and cafes. It's just a great town, great city.
Excuse me, I'm sorry for doing that. It also has, in my view, the most enlightened bishop in all of Sicily. This man, by the way, speaks English, and he was the one that got us involved with the youth center years ago in Acireale. And I'm very pleased to let you know that because of your donations, we have sent to him in the Archdiocese 6,000 euros so far, that, as she said, is being used to help the displaced people. No middleman. It goes right from him to pay the landlords of the B&Bs, either in nearby these towns, Santa Tecla, or in the areas that are still good.
Very important.
This is what we do. There's no middleman. No one's making any money.
Because when you think about it too, you want to keep the people in the town. Many of these people were born, grew up, and now live and work in these towns. So they're really doing a great job trying to maintain and leave everyone home. Now, for next week's show, I have a little bit of a preview. We did an interview with Professor Rosario Faraci, who did that fantastic article a few weeks ago. He has some thoughts, and here's a little peek, a little teaser for next week about some subjects that we're going to talk about. Let me ask you specifically about Niscemi.
Yes.
Because when I went there, people were telling me, you know, we have the artichoke festival, and the Regione gave so much money for the artichoke festival, but they have known since 1997 that there has been problems because there was a little bit of a landslide. Why give the money there? Why hasn't the government done anything? And what would be your answer to that?
I mean, unfortunately, there are two different departments taking care of this situation. Because when you organize the Artichoke Festival, is part of the department of
it's a different
economy
department.
or tourism.
I guess my question is, why wasn't anything done?
Unfortunately, this is the law in Sicily. But what you say is correct. Is a great contradiction. It's a great contradiction that since 1997, the region, the Sicilian government, the Sicilian administration knew about the danger of the landslide, of another landslide in Niscemi. and no one made a strong intervention to prevent this risk that unfortunately occurred a couple of weeks ago. On the other side, there is the economy to run. The local economy is based on artichoke, and the Festival of Artichoke is a way also of supporting and giving visibility to this portion of business. It's a contradiction, I agree with you, but it's part of the Sicilian and also Italian bureaucracy, because two different departments take care of two different situations.
Do you have any faith that something will happen this time to mitigate this and not happen again? Because in Sicily, there are many other towns in danger of landslides.
Yes, but I'm very confident that the civil protection, it's a really great department within the regional administration, can do something.
I have to say it's been really, really fun having Tom and Karen along with us, gallivanting around Sicily. We went to Carnivale together, we went to San Agata, we've had great dinners together, we've had great in-depth conversations, spicy conversations at times,
Conversations, yeah.
but a lot of fun, and we're gonna miss them. They've been great at helping out at the Sicilian project, so ching ching to you guys.
And ching ching to you. Just keep on helping us, okay? That's all we need. Next week we'll give you another update of what we're doing. Each and every week until we can come up from the water, underneath the water we'll be okay. And let me be the first to say this week, Serenity.
Love you guys. Ciao.